everyone, QB King 77 here from the AC Syndicate team here with a very special video for you guys, a video that you probably haven't seen yet, so I'm pretty excited. It's an ACS exclusive video, but I personally have gotten some Sprint 4G LTE speed test results on my device, and it was a complete fluke actually. I'm a little interested as to why I got 4G connection, but here's what happened. So I had a meeting, a pretty important meeting actually that I had to go to. It was in Elgin, Illinois. So if you're familiar with that, it's probably about an hour outside of Chicago, Elgin, Illinois. So of course you guys are going to want to know where this is at. So it's in Elgin, Illinois. I had a meeting there, and when I went there, I walked inside, and then I went into the guy's office. So I was in this guy's office, and he gets a phone call. So he's talking on the phone, and so I was like, all right, I'll just kind of take a look at my phone, see what's going on. I was carrying my Evo 4G LTE, of course, on Sprint, and I looked at it, and I had to do a double take because I looked at it, looked at the top, and it said 4G in place of 3G, and I was like, what? I thought it was just me seeing things or something, but I looked up at the top and it definitely said 4G. So what I did real quick was take a screenshot of it, which I'll show you guys in a second. So I took a screenshot of where it said 4G, obviously it's not WiMAX, it's not connected to WiMAX. It doesn't have those capabilities on this device. So it was definitely LTE that it was connected to. So I looked at my phone, saw that, and of course, me being the geek that I am, I had to come up with some kind of way to run some speed tests, right? So I was in this meeting and I was like, oh, what am I gonna do? So real subtly, I looked at my app drawer, and luckily I had the speed test app installed, so I just went to it and kind of without looking, I just hit start test. And so I ran the test, and I ran it, I think, a few times actually. That was more towards the beginning of the meeting, and towards the end of the meeting I ran another one at the end. So I mean, I did get some decent speed tests. They were a little inconsistent with the results, but it kind of gives you a good idea of what to expect, what's to come. Of course, I had no idea what kind of connection, what kind of range I was in. Maybe I was far away from the tower. I don't know exactly why I got connection. Maybe they were doing some testing on the LTE tower in that area, and for some reason that while they were testing it, of course my phone device decided to connect to that tower. So I was excited, of course, me being the geek that I am, of course, was all like, all right, I was freaking out. So, but what was weird about it was after the meeting, the guy walked me outside towards my car, and I figured, okay, once I get outside, I'll get some better results. I'll get more speed tests, maybe take a screencast of a speed test or something. But unfortunately, it wouldn't connect when I was outside. So when I was in this building in some guy's office, it connected, but when I was outside, it didn't. I don't know if they stopped testing or what. But yeah, so I actually drove around that city for a little while looking for another connection, but couldn't find one. But other than that, let's go ahead and get into it. I want to show you guys my screenshots along with my speed tests. Alright, so let's go ahead and show you guys the screenshots I took. So I, of course, took some screenshots. I go into them. You'll see I took 3 of them. One of them's of the speed test app, but I'll just go into that. But you'll see at about 2:30, I took a screenshot, and up at the top, of course this is a screenshot, so don't think this is my device right now. Up at the top, you will see there's the 4G icon right there. So of course I'm not lying, but I wasn't in Pingree Grove, I was in Elgin. I don't know why it didn't update, but I was in Elgin, Illinois, in case you guys are wondering. But and then I took another one at 3:16. Up at the top, you'll see it still said 4G. Of course, I was in the same spot, so it was consistent. I mean, for 45 minutes, I was connected to 4G there, which I was pretty excited about. So there we go. There's some screenshots showing you I actually was connected to 4G, but now let's go ahead and go into the speed test application itself, and I'm going to go to my results. So what's good about this is it actually differentiates between when it's a Wi-Fi speed test or a mobile network speed test. So I go to results, and you will see here on the left side, it says a type, and down here was a Wi-Fi speed test. So that was where I tested some Wi-Fi, and then you'll see the rest are mobile network. So I took 4 tests. You'll see that here are the results of the Sprint 4G LTE. Again, I didn't know what kind of signal strength I had on my 4G network. I wasn't sure how close to the tower I was. Of course, you can see download speeds are somewhat inconsistent, but not too bad. But upload speeds are actually very good and very consistent. Ping not very good, so I'm assuming maybe I probably wasn't that close to the tower. I was in a building as well, So I was even surprised I got connected. But here we go. So you'll see around probably an average, I mean around 2.8 was, I mean you got 2 tests running at 2.8 megabits per second download speed. You've got one that spiked up to 3.44 and one that got down to 1.46. So those are kind of the outliers there. But so about 2.8 download, which is very bad. That's very disappointing on LTE. So hopefully it was in regards to where I was, maybe the server I was connected to with the speed test application or whatnot. But what gives me hope is these upload speeds. Those are very good. You'll see I've got around 5 megabits per second upload speeds, which is probably around even better what I get at my house. So I mean, hopefully maybe it'll come to my area so I can start uploading some videos on Sprint LTE, because I think I get about 4 megabits per second at my house for upload speeds to upload videos and such, which of course I don't complain about. But yeah, so the ping wasn't that great, 240 millisecond, 220, 200, so nothing great there. But yeah, there's some initial tests of the Sprint LTE. Again, I don't know, there are a lot of variables that could have occurred with kind of made these download speeds not very good. Upload speeds are pretty good though, so kind of excited there. Hopefully I can get out there to Elgin again soon and hopefully get connected to 4G again. I will try my best and hopefully get a video of that, running some more speed tests and such. But kind of wanted to give you guys an idea of the kind of speeds I got. Of course, didn't want to leave you guys hanging there. So there would be my first speed test of Sprint LTE in Elgin, Illinois, just outside of Chicago. But yeah, that would be it. So let me know what you think. Be sure to leave a comment. Be sure to subscribe as well. Follow me on Facebook, Twitter, and Google+. All links will be in the description of the video below. And as always, thanks for watching. Be sure to give this video a thumbs up.